All right, in this lesson, let's learn about matplotlib. If you are a visual person, and most of us are, to the tune of about 90% of the population, then this is your library. Why? Because it is a library for visualizing our data. So it doesn't even need an introduction. That really is all it is. So when someone says, hey, you know what's matplotlib? It's a library for data visualization. All right, so let's work through an example. So the first thing we're going to do, like we do with anything, is we have to import whatever it is we want to work with. And this is called matplotlib. And we're going to import only what we need. It's called, I think it's called pi. It's called plot. We'll find out in a minute. As plt. And we need numpy. Import numpy as np. And we hit Control Enter to run our cells. And we add another cell, clicking on the X button, clicking on the, not an X, that's a plus. Let's click on the plus button. Let's go ahead and add some data. So this is just fake data. Equals np dot line space. Let's have some points. Actually, the points will be a straight line across the graph. And to do that, we need a 0, a 10, and a 100. All right. My lovely spelling. There we go. Let's add another one. And now let's go ahead and plot it. PLT, right, dot plot. So you can see our alias right here, right, import numpy as np. We use it there, right, to plot our line space. Plot PLT. Now we're using matplotlib. Let's go ahead and plot that out. X label, we need a label, equals linear. It does help if you spell things correctly. I promise that'll help a whole lot. All right, let's go. Let's plot PLT. Again, anytime we're using PLT, what we're doing is simply using the alias for matplotlib in order to use a function or an object within that library. So we're going to use PLT. We want a legend. And now let's go ahead and plot out PLT, the show method, to show our line. There it is. We've created a simple line graph. There's our legend. That was pretty straightforward. There are three kinds of graphs you're going to see the most often in matplotlib. All right, these are line graphs, linear graphs. You're going to see scatter plot, and let's show that now. So let's go ahead and hit a plus. Let's go ahead and import. Again, we can just grab this up here. Control C, come down here. Control V. We want to import matplotlib. So after we import that, we're going to need some axes. So let's go X is equal to, and we'll just get a whole bunch of data points. And I won't make you watch me type all those out. I think that'd be a waste of time. So let's go ahead and plot this out. We're going to plot PLT, right? Scatter. Why? Because it's a scatter plot. We're going to do X and Y. Did I capitalize those? X, I don't think I did. Let's go Y, X and Y. And we want to show the plot, PLT dot show, and hopefully we get a scatter plot. Y is not defined. X, Y, well sure it is. Y is defined up there. Y. Control Enter. Control Enter again. Apparently it wasn't the right case. So now we have a scatter plot. All right. Again, there's not much to this. Right. So we've created a line plot, a scatter plot, and in the next lesson, we're going to create a histogram. And these will be the three different plots you'll see used most often.